Now, the Center for Plant Medicine Research, CPMR, has spoken on the use of these local bitters as hand sanitizers, and they are saying, following the outbreak of COVID-19 coronavirus in Ghana in recent days and the collective efforts of government and the people of Ghana in dealing with the disease, CPMR is concerned about social media postings alleging that alcoholic bitters could be a substitute for hand sanitizers in seeking to prevent the coronavirus infections. Now, they go on to say that for a sanitizer to be effective in ridding the hands of coronavirus, they must have 60 to 95% alcohol by volume, and that alcohol content for the bitters on the market is often less than 45%. Thus, clearly, such bitters and their alcohol content are inadequate as a sterilizing measure against COVID-19. They go on to say that no known medical plant or herbal product or local gin has as yet, been proven to be efficacious against COVID-19. They go on to say that as a center of excellence in research, they are engaging with various partners and stakeholders, including the Ministry of Health and traditional medicine practitioners, to explore research opportunities in the fight against COVID-19 using herbal medicine. So the statement ends with a set of guidelines which has been put out previously by the Ministry of Health, who put it out again: frequent cleaning of hands with soap under running water, or the use of alcohol-based sanitizers, covering cough with a bend of the elbow or tissue paper, maintaining a distance of at least 1 meter from people coughing or sneezing, regular physical activities, regular intake of water, and lastly, ensuring personal hygiene. It's signed by the head of public relations at the center, Bafo Osei Akoto. Now, still on the COVID-19 outbreak, the minority in Parliament is demanding that government immediately fixes water and electricity challenges facing the country if it's serious about preventing a spread of the coronavirus. Former Deputy Minister for Water Resources, Samson Ehi, wants Ghana Water Company Limited to immediately open the Teshi water desalination plants to bring in 60,000 cubic meters of water daily to normalize supply. He warns lack of water could make curbing the spread of the virus impossible. Joseph Opoku-Gakpo joins us live now. Joe, when did the former deputy minister say this? Was this in the plenary, in contributing to a debate, or he was speaking to journalists?
Speaking to journalists himself and the ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee, I have been trying to make a case to pile pressure on government to a certain extent to help deal with the challenges of water and also electricity that facing broadly. Samson Ahi makes the point that this is a standby plan. Speaking of the station desalination plan, that a lot of money had actually been invested in, and that looking at the fact that government is ready to commit $100 million to deal with the issue of the coronavirus. To a certain extent, even in the light of concern that this particular plant produces water that's more expensive, and that's something that the Ghana Water Company is difficult to pay for, portions of those allocations should be made so that then it would help improve water supply in Accra. And the ranking member on the Energy Committee, Adam Mutawakilu, says it's about time that a timetable is established with regards to the power crisis, and that as far as he is concerned, not just a one-off.
Joseph.
Daniel.
Great. Has this argument made it on the floor of Parliament? Has Parliament as an institution, for instance, spoken about the low water and electricity supply?
It's not an issue that has come up on the floor of the House, but it's that.
We understand that today emergency legislation should make it to the floor to deal with the sweeping measures that the President announced on Sunday concerning this coronavirus. Has that legislation made it on the floor? What's the latest we know about that?
Not yet, but again, we gather that that is something that will definitely happen in the course of this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Joseph Opoku-Gakpo. We'll come back to you when we have more on that. Glad you could join us in our first story. The Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology was deserted Monday. Follows the President's directive Sunday nights for schools to be shut down over the coronavirus outbreak. JoyNews' Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin has been finding out what it means to some of the students who are still on campus.
Fair first-year MPhil student Bruce Christopher Konu. Bruce had been preparing to end his last semester and prepare for his thesis. We met Bruce on campus working on his projects. He says going home is not an option for him.
For me, going home is not an option now. Like, I just have to stay behind and continue working on my projects. Because already some of the projects, we have a delay in some of the projects that I'm working on because of the outbreak in general, you know. So, and now that China, like the kind of things we import, you know, and then there is so much delay in them. Now, so if that 4 weeks, I think going home is not an option for me. I have to stay and then keep working on my projects. I'm not going home.
Bruce says the directive by the government had been long overdue.
It's closing down the school. It's one of the best decisions that the president has taken because of the way things are going. I think that's one of the best decisions. But then I wish, other countries also did the same thing. They closed down their school, but there were systems that were in place. I mean, for countries like advanced countries like Italy, US, they've closed down institutions, but there were other alternatives provided. Like, I'm not worried because schools are closed down to contain the spread of the virus, but it's because we don't have such systems. No, it's not everybody has internet access while they're at home. I mean, it's good for some people, but not even every student have that kind of maybe online video conferencing facility, and it's a genuine excuse. So.
Have you been speaking to your friends? I mean, your colleague students who are also here, and what are they saying?
It's a kind of like mixed feelings. Some people wanted to go home, and some people are already like packed and going. So it's just something I can't explain. Everybody have their own view of it. Some of them, they welcome it as a good news. Going home is like as a good news, but some of them are also not happy about it. You can see some of them are still around.
Have you heard from your family?
Yeah. I've been in constant contact with my family back home, and they are also aware of the virus outbreak, so they are also taking the necessary precaution to avoid contacting everyone.
They've also heard that the school has been closed down. Are they asking you to come home?
Yeah, my mom was asking me to come home. She was asking when am I coming home. So, and my brothers, so many people are concerned, like come home, like.